My name is Bonghan Lee, Project Manager or Project Management Consultant for PKLI project in Lahore. It's my great pleasure to speak to you in this very valuable seminar today. But I am very worried about whether I can make you understand the point which I'm going to introduce to you today. So my English is not so good, so please don't listen to me, just look at the pictures on the screen. The PKLI project is to build a specialized hospital for kidney and liver transplant surgery in Lahore. This project is planned to finish construction and open the hospital by the end of next year. First of all, in order to give you more understanding on the construction technology in Korea, I'd like to explain you the endorsement and field application system of new technology and techniques in construction industry in Korea. In Korea, anybody who develops new technique for construction, he or she can apply to the Ministry of LIT, Land, Infrastructure and Transportation, and goes through very intensive procedures to get the new technique validated and endorsed by the government. The benefit of this new construction technology appears like this. The developer can get advantage marks in the public construction pre-qualification or in bidding process if the system is applicable to the project. Also, Korean government subsidize the developer for extensive application to the project in public sectors. Once the developer applies for the approval to the pertinent institute, then the procedure begins for evaluation. And after thorough test and evaluation procedures, maybe 2 times, the new techniques or technology can be endorsed by the government. The procedure flows like this on the picture. These procedures take normally 6 to 8 months to finalize and get endorsed. So far in Korea, there are around 960 new techniques and technology registered in Korean government. It is about 30 new development registration every year, annually. So most of them are very minor and micro techniques, and some of them is a mega size. But still, this kind of system leads the development of technology in construction of Korea. Today, I'd like to introduce to you 2 items of new techniques for building construction, which I think may be applicable to PKLI project. These 2 items are very micro techniques, simple and minor development, but the application can bring quite big benefit to our project, I believe.
Excuse me, Bob, if you can give a brief introduction of PKLI as
Sure. This PKLI project is a hospital. It's a new hospital, as I mentioned, specialized in transplant surgery for kidney and liver, because in Pakistan we have lots of more than 40% of hepatitis B patient, and also lots of people are dying because of this liver and kidney problem. So transplant is the final treatment to get all the patients to save their life. So the Punjab government, especially the CM, is very concentrating on this project to be finished on time and as the best hospital maybe in the world, and as the hospital like state of the art. So we are trying to best to get all the things they arranged and provide on time as planned to give the proper and the adequate treatment to the people around this area. So we will open the hospital end of next year. So that's the target, and I think we can do it. So everybody, the concerned about the project are very, they're enthusiastically trying to do the job properly. So I think definitely we can do it. So end of next year, we hope we can see the very nice art of the state of the art hospital in Lahore, inshallah. The technique, the registered number 706 in Korea is for reinforcing shearing forces of flat slab system of the building. In this PKLI project, we have flat slab system construction for floors. And the problem is that we have more than 250 columns every floor. It's a huge buildings. So it takes lots of time. This flat slab system is composed of columns and column head, and on top of that we have drop panels. Sometimes we call it haunch, and on that we have floor slabs. The benefit of this structure system is that there is no beams and girders under the slab. Means we can have more space and the more height under the slab can be utilized for the function of the rooms. This flat system works like this, that shearing forces in the center of the area push down to one direction by load on the slab. Then at the other end, on column areas, forces pushes upward to opposite direction. And in these circumstances, the problem is that cracks or tear may occur on the structure. Therefore, on this flat slab system, sometimes columns puncturing the slab may occur if the reinforcing of steel bars are not accurately installed. The steel bar reinforcing work is critical to assure the strength of the gray structure of the building. But reality does not allow easy work on this system. Same difficulties we are facing during the construction all the time. These minor works, such as installation of stirrups, what the stirrup means. It's like a small piece of steel bar to fix and to hold the steel bars in the structure. Sometimes rectangular type, sometimes U-shapes. It depends on the design, but the stirrups always do the very critical functions in the structures. So installation of stirrup itself after the bottom and top steel bar laid is not an easy job. As you see like a U-shaped stirrups. So you can imagine how we can install the stirrups after the steel bar horizontally and longitudinally laid, because we have to fix the steel bars, top and bottom steel bars, with stirrup around the bars. So actually, it's not easy. So we installed the steel bar top and bottom, and put the stirrup around it, then adjust the distance, and fix it, tie with the like wires. So it takes very long time, and sometimes all the workers doesn't like it. So that's the reason we need very, serious inspection on site to be sure the proper installation of these stirrups. The reason I'm insisting that this kind of system should be carefully handled. As I mentioned, that in this system there might be some this column puncturing the slabs. That means the slabs just goes down. Actually, it happened in Korea about 20 years back. 500 lives lost in the one building collapse accident. It's a big, department store, which has the similar system of, the flat slab concrete. The main reason proved that, the reason came from the bad quality of stirrup insulation. So this means this stirrup insulation can destroy the whole structures. So, this is the seminar for the engineers and specialists for the area. But the reason I'm insisting to be careful on this stirrup system is that we have the system in our hospital, and the design is very nice. So we have to do our job correctly to be sure the safety and the structural strength of the buildings. The new technique I'm introducing today is to substitute this U-shaped stirrup with a factory prefabricated product. Because the difficulties to install the stirrup, we replace the stirrup with, prefabricated system to the same job. So it may be cost a little bit more, but we can save a lot of time, and also we can be sure that all the work's being done correctly if we inspect the systems as scheduled. This picture shows the system which has been fabricated in factory in place of steel bar U-shaped stirrup. So you can see the installation. So if we use this kind of system, then we can save a lot of times, because we have around 250 columns on every floor in PKL project. That means we have 250 draw panels, which should be installed with U-shaped steel bar stirrups. So if possible, I like to adopt this system in our project, if it allows. So if this is the, like a technology registered in Korea, but I'm not the specialist about this systems, but the number 706 means if we calculate 30, the registration techniques every year means is about more than 6 years old. So in Korea, this new technique is protected for 5 years time. So it doesn't matter at this moment, I think. So we can use this system even here for this project. If we can provide all the, the facilities and preparations. During the installation of this applied new technique of system, there were very thorough tests and quality evaluation for safety and strength of the concrete structure of the building, because the government is, Korean government is endorsing the system's safety and the application. So I think there will be no problem even if we use this system here. So the result and the effect we can get from this system application will be like this. Quality of concrete can be secured, and also the workability means the workers can do the job easily. Then we can also be sure that the safety is much better than the conventional the types. Also, if we can save time and labors, then that means the cost saving comes together. So, as I mentioned, that I like to use or apply this system in PKLI project once the construction begins. Okay, then next one is the second subject I like to introduce. This is the foundation work. This system is registered with number 723 in Korea. This is for precast hollow concrete pile installation system for pile head cutting and reinforcing assembly system for foundation works of the building. In PKLI project, we have a little bit different system. This one is like hollow core piles, which can be installed by power-driven system. But in PKLI, we have in-situ concrete piles, which means the piles, not the power-driven. Bore the holes and put all the reinforcing bars, all the things, then put the concrete inside. So it's a little bit different. But the reason I'm introducing this system is that still we can use this system in Pakistan also when we use the PHC piles. I think in soft soil area, still, I don't know exactly, but the power-driven pile system can be used for the foundation works. For those projects, I think we can examine the advantage of these techniques through this seminar. I'll show you the pictures. You can see the result of bad pile head arrangement. There's no connection, no support or no transfer of load from above, from the foundation. No connection, because the pile head arrangement is purely controlled and there was no management, I think. So if we have this type of result after the construction, you can imagine what would happen. The foundation will go down, settled. And in case we have seismic situation, then even the foundation can be shifted, causing big damages to the building itself. So the reason we are concentrating on this foundation works for the building is that foundation is foundation for the building. It holds everything for the building. And under the foundation we have pile system. So pile head should be managed and the quality controlled very carefully from the beginning to be sure the quality of the building itself. The bad quality of pile head arrangement shown here will definitely bring the result. It's the same thing. During the installation, the pile head arrangement of conventional system on site, you see show like this: problems, crushed debris, and always longitudinal cracks in the pile body, and because of the situation and work environment, always the workers get hurt, scratches, and sometimes damage it unrecoverably. So we have to do something to improve the work environment. Especially without proper tools for the pile head arrangement, it's clear that the workers would get hurt and damaged. The purpose of this system is to provide, some of them are written in Korean, but I hope you could read Korean, some of it. So always the same thing. The purpose of the system is safety and workability and structure strength and all cost and time. Same thing all the way. Even if you don't read the Korean, it's the same. Structure strength, time, cost saving, and safety. Always. If it's not proved, the system cannot be endorsed by the government. That's the thing. So this system, same way we can get the safety of structural safety and workability and the cost savings, the same thing. So through this development of new techniques, the number one, new device and tools developed for pile head cutting. Also, this new device itself got the endorsement from the government together, same time. The tool can bring the results such as no cracks on pile body, no dust, no debris, and safety for workers and workability improved. So in this system, we use this new assembly system designed in the factory. This product can be pre-assembled in a factory. No, not even a factory. Just, it's like a on-site, if we have some space to assemble this kind of system. Then installed on-site very easily. So all this in Korean, the same thing, This system can be installed very easily. So you will be surprised that, when we use this system, we save lots of time for foundation works. We saved around almost 30% of cost for foundation work itself. So, if you have any experience in building construction, the foundation work is the most important and time-consuming period during the whole procedure. So if we can save time and cost in foundation works, inshallah, it's a successful project. When we use this system, and we tested with the system that with 440 millimeter pile, when we do the pile head cutting and arrangement with the conventional system, it takes around 7 minutes 26 seconds. But if we use this new tool and new system, that it takes just 3 minutes 19 seconds. So this simple comparison shows around 55% time saving. So we have to calculate the overall time period times the construction cost itself, but still we are sure that more than 50% we can save the time. You can see the pictures here. The left side is a current conventional system. When we cut the pile head, cutting the pile head by like concrete saw, whatever it is, then crush the head with the big construction machines like crushers. But that's the reason we have always debris and the concrete the remainings, all the thing. But if we use the new technique with the new tools on right side picture, we can change all the things. The procedure for current method is it takes around 7 steps, 35 days to finish the foundation works preparation. But for the new techniques, we need just 3 steps and 15 days in the normal project. So we can save almost 20 days. So it's a big benefit for the building construction if we use this PHC file for the foundation work. So to get this system endorsed by the government, we go through very thorough test and evaluation procedures with the specialized institute and engineers and specialists. So we did all the sample tests, and although we make the real environment the condition to test the real thing, also we do the computer simulation to get the proper result of the system. So all of this, the procedures and the test is the monitored and managed and controlled by the government body. So we can be sure that the quality can be believable and applicable to the site. So this one, actually when we use this kind of system, we don't need the specific, the care or preparation of the site for foundation works. You can see the work, the site condition is very neat and clear. So that means, always when you have the clear and, the fine environment, the construction site means safe, and cost can be saved, and time also can be saved. So this is the picture, we can use this system always, if possible. I mean, if the building is using the pile system for the foundation. I mean, always the picture same. This is the pattern from the government. So actually I'm sorry, I lost the pages. So in government project, especially the public sectors, lots of building construction adopted this system, like apartment and in government buildings and any research centers, whatever is for the building works, foundation, government used this system. Also civil works and express railway foundation works, we use this system. So I think these two systems are very minor, as I mentioned, but still, I think, big mega-size, technology can be adopted here for, innovation and improvement of the level of quality in Pakistan. But also we have to do something, as, like this even minor things, minor technologies, to save time and to improve the quality and level of the technology in Pakistan, step by step. So for even these systems, I cannot use in PKRI project. But if any building, any design can use the power-driven pile system for foundation, we can use this system also. So these two systems for stirrup, reinforcing and pile, PHS pile pile head arrangement system can be a part of benefit of this seminar if you can use this system in Pakistan. That's all I prepared for seminar today. Thank you very much.